Hi friends, this is Pastor Fred Indangasi again, coming to you to continue with where we left this from. Remember last time I was giving an introduction of the book 21 Principles of Leadership Succession, planting a seed for the next generation of leaders. And now, as I promised you last time, that I will be handling the 21 principles one by one. Remember, we started with the principle of building a solid foundation of leadership succession. So from that part of this book, I'm going to handle today the first principle within that area, which is start with the end in mind. Start with the end in mind. That's principle number one. When you talk about principle, a principle is a laid down procedure which things must be followed in order to accomplish or do something that you intend to do. So when you talk about the principles, we are talking about laid down procedures that can be followed in order to have a proper and better leadership transition in our churches, in our organizations, and in all that we are involved in matters of ministry and also even in business. As we start with this principle, start with the end in mind. What does this mean? To start with the end in mind, it means you see the outcome, the final result of the organization even before you get there. And if you see the final product, the final outcome of that ministry, you will be able to make every effort to make sure that you realize that end result. So start with the end in mind. How can we start with the end in mind? I have highlighted all these things in this book, but I want to run quickly through a few of them so they can appreciate the entirety of this book. Number one, we must understand that succession is a steward of the mission. It is a stewardship of the mission. When you talk about stewardship, we are talking about not the owner, but the manager. So success is a stewardship of the mission. We do not own it, but we are only there to manage that mission as God has enabled us to do that at that particular time. So we must understand that, number one. And number two, we must shift our focus from personality to purpose. If we want to have a better succession, then we must shift our focus from personality to purpose. Because most of the time, our focus has been more on the people. And that is why many organizations are dying. That's why there's so many fighting within organizations and churches, because we put more focus on personality more than on the purpose. So I have highlighted on how we can be able to put our focus not on a single person, but on a purpose, and the purpose for that particular organization, which will help the organization to grow and be stable even when the founder is not there. Number three, we must also create a legacy of mission continuity. Many people create their own personal legacy, and we have seen this problem when people exit the scene of leadership. They want to exit and say, oh, what is my legacy? But it's not about just leaving a legacy behind. It's about the legacy continuity. Once you're done, once you are gone, do that legacy still continues? Can you still be heard or be felt within that organization even long after you're gone? That is much discussed in this particular principle. And number three, what are the practical ways to start with the end in mind? Because when you talk about starting with the end in mind, there are practical ways on how we can do that. Number one, we must clarify the mission. People will always get destabilized and confused when they do not have a clarity of their mission. What is our mission? What is our mission is the core question that should be addressed to the people you're leading in order for them to be aware of the mission so they do not divert or deviate from that particular vision. Secondly, we must assess the organizational health. Every organization has different levels of health. There are some organizations that are very healthy. There are others that are really struggling. There are others are in mid-between struggling and being healthy. So we must assess the health of our organization. Is it doing well? How structured is it? How resilient is it? Once we access the organization health, we can be able to prescribe the best approach, the best remedy to that particular succession of that leadership. And number 4, we must also develop leadership pipelines. We must have a process on how we can develop leaders who will take over after the founders have long gone. When the founders exit the scene, we must have a pipeline. How are we going to train our leaders, and how are we going to empower them in order for them to take on and carry on with the mission that was started by the founders? This is very important, and it has been captured in this book as well. And number 4, we also need to discern the future needs. We do understand there are so many things that are happening. The world is changing at a very high speed, and things are really changing every single day. We see technology has caused many things to change. The world has become a global village, and we see the needs that we had 20 years ago is not the same needs that we have today, even though the leadership is still the same, but needs are literally changing day after day. As a leader, or as an organization, we must be able to discern the future needs. What are the needs that we anticipate to have in the next few years? When we understand and discern the needs, we shall be able to put in place the right people for the right job, who understand and who can be in line with the need that we anticipate in the near future. So once these things have been put in place, we will continue to assess and be able to move and fulfill the vision by having a proper transition of leadership. And lastly, we must also communicate the vision. The core business of any organization or church is the vision. What is our vision? What do we want to achieve at this particular time? We must be able to communicate clearly, precisely the vision to our people. There are so many wrangles within the organization, within the churches, because there's no proper mode of vision communication. When we catch the vision to the people that we lead, for them to understand, they will always stand by that vision, and they will always support it, because they know what we entails, they know what we stand for, they know what we want to achieve. And that's the core part of leadership transition process as we continue to move that way. So all these things will help us to understand, and as we go through the pages of this book, we shall be able to understand that leadership is not static. Leadership must be transited to the next generation of leaders. We must exit, and then a new leadership plan to be injected in. Leadership is like a movie where when you are on the stage, your time will come when you exit the stage, another character comes in. But we must have a proper process for that transition in order for that leadership to stand the test of time. God bless you so much. Until next time, I shall be handling the next principle number 2. Shalom. Bye-bye.